and how God really fulfills His promise. So yung una po is, ako po ay sakay ng MRT, pabalik na po ako sa aking dormitory sa Manila from Quezon City. Of all the times na may makakasabay po ako sa LRT or sa MRT, yun po yung kauna-unang beses na may nakasabay ako doon, nakakilala ko. Ito po ay classmate ko sa UP. And he happened to be working with the president of the Philippine Heart Association. Siya po yung cardiologist. Nirefer po ako. Nakwento ko, parang may problema ko sa ECG ko. Kailangan ko ng cardiologist. So imagine po yung parang ilos po ng Panginoon na it's there and what are the odds of meeting this my classmate and then who happens to work for the cardiologist. And so nagpunta po ako that day po, pumunta po ako dun sa opisina. And another ano po, yung parang 1 in a million chance is, nung pinakita ko po yung ECG, sabi niya po, normal naman. And then I said, Doc, sabi po talaga ng doktor doon ay normal daw po yung sasabihin niya, pero iba daw po yung standard nila. And then nakita niya po yung pangalan po ng doktor. She happens to be his classmate in medical school. So may number po siya sa cellphone. Tinawagan niya po. And nagkaroon po sila ng discussion. Pero ito pa rin po yung hindi ko pa rin po maisip, parang antag-antay pong paikot-ikot na story po, ano. So nag-usap po sila, and then yung conclusion po is hindi pa rin daw po talaga pwede. So yun po is about, I think, around first week of March 2012. Yun po yung pabalik-balik po ako sa hospital, sa Viluna. And then, yun nga po, ang final conclusion po is hindi na talaga pwede. So ako po ay naghanap ng trabaho. Para I was trying to move on. Kasi alam niyo po, kapag may plano po yung Panginoon, tapos minsan po hindi natupad, sinasabi po natin na ay baka hindi talaga ito yung plano ng Panginoon. Pero yun po yung mahirap, yun po yung dilemma. When will we know if this is God's plan for us? Or how long will we hold on to it? Di po ba? Yun po yung iniisip natin. Kasi nung time po na yun, ilang beses akong pinaasa ni Lord, pero wala din pala. So ako po ay nag-move on, naghanap po ako ng trabaho, and I got into this really good job. I was working for UP School of Economics, yung may project po sila noon na magiging, parang apprentice ka po ng regional health director. So for someone po na fresh graduate, it was a very good opportunity. So parang naisip ko, kung sa akin pong isip ay, baka ito talaga yung plano nila. Maganda din po eh. In fact, maganda po yung experience, opportunity. And I think for the Philippines, yung entry-level salary is 40,000. So parang inaisip ko po, talagang ito yung plano ni Lord sa akin. And parang, I was sort of forgetting my initial conversation with the Lord na pinangako niya sa akin na I'll bring you here, this is your path, you'll be a soldier. So ako po ay nagtatrabaho na, I was already in my job for 2 weeks. So that's, immediately after po, nagkaroon po ako ng trabaho. And it was, I think, March 27, I received a phone call from PMA saying, report in 2 days. Because yung start po ng PMA is April 1 sa Baguio po. Meron po silang bootcamp sa Viluna ng 2 days. So that was March 27. Pinag-report po ako ng I think March 29 or March 30 sa Viluna. Eh, paano po ako po ay nakapirma na po ng kontrata. Nakapirma na po ako ng kontrata, and I was about to be deployed to be sent to Mindanao. I think sa Region 10 po, yung Regional Health Office ng DOH. Parang hindi pa lang po nabibili yung ticket ko, pero planado na po yung lahat. But I have to report to PMA, and this was really my dilemma. Na pinag-pray ko po talaga, ako po ay, siguro po I prayed for, siguro po ilang oras po ako nanalangin ako po umuwi, kasi hindi ko po talaga alam yung gagawin ko. Na I already moved on. Sabi ko po ay, ito talaga yung plano ng Diyos sa akin. Na maganda yung trabaho, ito naman talaga yung tinapos ko, public health yung tinapos ko. And then bakit tumawag yung PMA? And then, so I prayed for it and I asked for God's help. Meron din po sa amin sa church ko po, may pastor po na nag-house visitation. And The funny thing is, yung pong pastor ang pumunta sa akin, usually po kasi alam po natin kapag may bumibisita ng pastor, minsan, usually hindi po sila assertive. Sasabihin nila na, ipag-pray mo muna yan, brother. Parang gano'n. Pero nung dumating po siya, parang sigurado na siya na ano, punta ka sa PMA. Sabi kasi yan yung pangako ni Lord sa'yo. So yun po, I showed up. And I was really reflecting on that decision po. Kasi kung talaga po siguro wala po tayong pananampalataya sa Panginoon, the answer would have been obvious. I would have chosen the other. Kasi I will show up in PMA po. You will be the lowest mammal. April 1, you show up. Ay talagang, you don't even know if you will survive the first day. Di po ba na, yung casualty po ng class namin, nag-start po kami na 137. Kasi nagdagdagan po, di ba, initially 97. Natapos after a week po, may tatlo po nag-resign. After second week, may magsusuicide, so medical discharge. Natapos po yung 2 months, I think mga 96 na lang po kami. So inisip ko po talaga na kung hindi po natin panghawakan yung pangako ng Panginoon, we wouldn't have risked it. Na I was given on one hand a good job, a good career, a promise for a good career, and on the other hand, uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen. But then I reflect at that decision, at my decision back then, and I look at where I am now, and I realize na paano kaya kung yun yung pinili ko? Possibly there could have been good opportunities as well. But I think by following God's promise, talagang dinala niya po ako dito na ang dami pong events na you can't deny that it's God working. Kasi po, yung mga random events, so 1 in a billion, ang dami pong 1 in a billion odds. And then, nag-top din po ako sa PMA, dinadala po ako dito, and I'm sharing this story to you. So, balik po tayo din sa, I want to share the story of Stephen in Acts chapter 7. And this is my favorite ones, kasi si Stephen po, siya po yung persecute, diba, sa chapter 7. But I want to point out the last verse. So, nung pinapersecute po si Stephen ng mga tao, patuloy niya pong pinangangaral yung salita ng Diyos, na kahit siya binabato na, he was sharing all the story about Moses, about Jacob, about Aaron, about Solomon. Patuloy po siya nangangaral hanggang sa binato na po siya, and in chapter 56, sabi po dito, and said, "Behold, I see the heavens opened, and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of God. Then they cried out with a loud voice and stopped their ears and ran upon him with one accord, and cast him out of the city and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at the young man's feet, whose name was Saul." So habang pinapersecute po si Stephen, ito pong si Stephen ay patuloy pong nananalangin na kahit po siya binabato na at mamamatay na, in the middle of the persecution, ay nakatingala po siya sa langit. But it says here, the witnesses laid down their clothes at the young man's feet, whose name was Saul. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon God, and saying, "Lord Jesus, receive my spirit." And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, "Lord, lay not this sin to their charge." And when he had said this, he fell asleep. So, yung lesson po na nakita ko po dito, why this is my favorite verse, is this. Sino po yung imagine po natin na si Saul po, alam po natin ito po si Apostol Pablo, naging si Apostol Pablo po, di po ba? And we would imagine the effect of seeing someone so faithful. So kung ikaw po yung persecutor, na makikita mo bakit itong taong ito ay kahit binabato na, nakatingala pa rin sa langit at nananalangin. And I could imagine the effect of that experience to Saul. This was the experience that changed him. Na alam po natin na after this chapter, after this story, Saul will turn out to be, the greatest of God's disciple. Would write most of the books in the New Testament, and this is because of Stephen, the faithfulness of Stephen, even against persecution. Patuloy pa rin po siya nananalangin. And